Hi all, this is Sia Nas and welcome to episode 98 of the Diary of Sia Nas. So only 2 more episodes to go, which is good. I'm kind of getting a bit over this and like just talking about myself, but I did set a goal to do 100 episodes and so only 2 away. I've gone back to the original background that I used to use when I first started doing the podcast. Actually, I didn't start recording till maybe recording the videos until maybe 30 episodes in, and then this was the first background and I had it for a few episodes. So the next 2 backgrounds that I've got are new ones as well, and they're Christmas ones, so I thought for nostalgia's sake I'd go back to this one here. So let's start with the week. So the week started on the 23rd of November, and as I'm looking down, I'm looking at my fluffy rainbow unicorn diary. And so the week started on the 23rd of November, and on Monday, as always, I edited, uploaded and promoted the podcast. On Monday, I don't know why they're putting the good movies on a Monday, but on Monday I watched Spectre, which was with James Bond. And yeah, I really love the James Bond movies, and I really love Daniel Craig. I think he's one of my favorite Bonds. I kind of like this more brooding kind of Bond rather than the philandering Bond. I was never a fan of Sean Connery's Bond at all. May he rest in peace. It's really sad that he's passed away, but yeah. Daniel Craig is definitely my kind of Bond. I'm really sad that he's finishing up. I think this might be his last. The next one they're going to put out, I think, is the last James Bond, and then there's going to be a new guy. So I wonder who that's going to be. It's sad, but anyway. On Monday, I also contacted the manufacturer in Thailand, and we've had some more chats. So that's still continuing. So that was Monday, and then on Tuesday, took mum for a haircut, the first one in like 4 months. Well, her professional one in 4 months. The last one I did, and I did a terrible job, and then my sister did the one after that one. So this was her first professional one. On Tuesday, I also called an auntie of mine. She's my dad's second cousin, and she helped me fill out more of the family tree. And this week I've been getting to know a few more family members, which is really, really good. They're really lovely people, so I'm really happy about that. Some of them are really lovely, so thank you. And I printed out the family tree, and it's almost like 2 meters long. It is absolutely huge. And that's just on dad's side. I've got to fix mum's side up because I did hers a bit funny, but I did do hers first. So, but that one needs to be fixed up. I also edited the video podcast on Tuesday, and I ordered the iPhone 12 Pro on Tuesday, so got in a bit late. I don't know why I was hesitating. I was just hesitating changing my phone. The phone plan finished anyway, so it's time for a new phone. And I've always wanted the more professional camera, so I just get the iPhone 12 and not the Pro, but just for once I thought I'd like to upgrade it and get the Pro version with a really professional camera. And apparently the reviews I've been hearing about the camera is like it's the best on any phone ever. So that'll be really good, and I'll be getting that in like 3 or 4 weeks. So hopefully just before Christmas I'll have it. That'll be a nice present. And I got it in graphite blue, which normally I'd get like gold or silver, but I've had all of those, and I'm like, I've been there. So the graphite blue is the one that I'm going for, and it's the video's cut out again. And it's back in again, but yeah, I got graphite blue, and I like the blue one because it kind of reminds me of the ocean, and I love the ocean. Reminds me of when I went diving or snorkeling with the whale sharks when I was living in Perth, so I kind of like that. So that was Tuesday, and then on Wednesday I promoted the video podcast, and on Wednesday I watched Easy Rider. That was the first time I've seen it. I absolutely love Jack Nicholson. And the interesting thing about Easy Rider is that Dennis Hopper directed it, which I didn't realize, and it got quite a few awards. I just remember with Easy Rider that they went to Cannes Film Festival, and I think they were like the main hit of the season. I don't think they won anything, but I just remember seeing the paparazzi photos or the promotional photos, and yeah, I just remember that with Easy Rider. And I didn't realize, but spoiler alert, that Jack Nicholson gets killed, which is really unusual, and he won quite a few awards for his role as a supporting actor. He did a pretty good job, yeah, I guess if people thought he did good enough job to get awards. I thought it was quite a small part, but I guess, quite a pivotal part. I didn't really listen too much. I was just watching it more than anything. But yeah, the movie's got quite a bit of meaning in there, but a lot of that just kind of went over my head. I was just kind of watching it more than listening. Um, and on Wednesday, I also watched the movie. On Netflix, there's a series called Losers, and I thought I don't want to watch that. But then I thought I wonder what it's about. So obviously, it's about people who have tried to go for something but have lost. So it's a lot of athletes, and there's quite a few good stories, and there's quite a few. Like there's a golfer one. The one that I saw today, that I was watching today, is about a runner who got lost in the desert, and they had to go looking for him, and he almost died. He had to drink pee, his own pee, and he had to. He killed like 20 bats and cut their heads off and sucked out all the intestines. It was really disgusting, and it was like massive news on the Italian news because he was Italian. And his wife left him after that, and he tried this race again and again, like 6 times, but he's never won it. But they were talking to a psychologist, and he was saying that people get addicted to it because it takes you out of your comfortable life, and it puts you in like a life or death situation where you have to take care of your survival. And it's really interesting. And he said like some people just get addicted and they just can't stop, and it almost ruins their life to do this. So yeah, really interesting. So that guy didn't win, but there was one guy that it was curling, which I thought is quite funny. The icing sport, where they've got these massive like boulders, like this big, like plate size, dinner plate size, I think probably even bigger, and they're really heavy, and they hit them across the ice, and it was about a particular team. So this was in the early days, and they tried again and again for the championships, and eventually they got it. I think that's one of the rare ones where they actually won. But yeah, it was just, and the way that they won was too serious, and it was getting boring for the sport. And the federation came together and they changed the rules so you couldn't play that boring way. And yeah, it was interesting. So, and then there was another one about a boxer who didn't want to be a boxer but ended up becoming the heavyweight champion of the world, but he didn't like it. And then he did this one fight after he had won, and he got knocked out, and the doctor said, if you hit your head, even if you like fall at home or you accidentally hit your head somehow, you could die. So he had to stop, but he's quite happy about it. And then he ended up getting into movies, and being like an advisor. I think it was that movie with Clint Eastwood, that they did about boxing, Millionaire Baby, something like that. And yeah, and he was the consulting boxing authority on that. And there's a few other movies that he's done, and people that he's worked with. And he was actually in the movie, I think he played Sugar Ray Leonard. He was in the movie with Will Smith in the Muhammad Ali movie. That was him playing Sugar Ray Leonard. I'm sure it was that person. Or was it Joe Frazier that he played? I can't remember now. Sorry, I should have written better notes. But yeah, it was really interesting. So, and then there was one guy who was a golfer, and he was an outside chance. I didn't think he would win, and he just went through all these plays, and he was French, and the whole nation was behind him, and he didn't end up winning the Open. I can't remember which Open it was, but they found that after he had lost, he came second. He had lost. Usually he would do like children's camp, and like 15 kids would come, but this time 100 kids would come. And turned out that he changed the sport of golf in France, so he was French. And yeah, it was interesting. He said, it doesn't matter that I lost, I don't care. He goes, do you remember who won in 1907? You don't, nobody does. So it's like, it doesn't matter. He said, I love playing golf, I continue to play golf. He never got that close again, but he didn't care. So it was really interesting. Gives you a different perspective on what losing actually is. So, you know, some people haven't lost at all. So the next, so that was Wednesday, and then on Thursday, so the Black Friday sales have started, and on Thursday I got RC20, which is this wonderful plugin that I've seen a lot of hip hop producers use, including Dr. Dre. I'm sure I've seen him mention it, and a lot of other really high profile hip hop producers. And RC20 is retro color, so it gives you like a vintagey sound, like cassettes and VHS tapes, and just gives you these really nice sounds. And I used it on the beat of the week, which is sounds. And yeah, it just gives it lovely texture, gives it some warmth, adds some body to it. I also got two other plugins that I've wanted to get for ages, and one is called Sausage Fattner, which gives volume and like fullness, and I've wanted that forever. And that one is a really popular one in hip hop as well, like for hip hop producers to use, because it's so easy. It's just a dial, and you dial it up, and then it just gives fullness to your beat or whatever you want to put it on. And the other one that comes with this one, if you want to get it in a package, which is what I did, is Endless Smile. And Endless Smile is more for dance, for EDM, and it makes music go up in intensity. So it's like it's just before the drop, and it makes it climb, gives that dramatic sound to music. And yeah, it was awesome. So I got both of those, and I used both of those. I used all three of those on the beat of the week sounds. And yeah, the Sausage Fattner gave it some fullness, which was awesome, and RC20 gave it some vintagey feel in certain sections. And you can do wobble as well, so there's a little bit of wobble, a little bit of distortion on some of the sounds in the beat. Fullness, add intensity or brightness. So Black Fridays added, yeah. Sorry, just reading through my notes. I also upgraded, so Melodyne is like oh god, what's that one that did I say Melodyne? Yeah. Oh, it's like auto tune. So it's a different version of auto tune. It's a different company that's called Melodyne, and I had the very basic level, and I upgraded it, and I got excuse me, I went from essential to assistant. So assistant gives you more control, so you can get that T-Pain sound that he's got. You can also have better control over your notes to change it if you've gone wrong, and move notes along, and make some notes a bit louder and some a bit softer. And it's got like a hip-hop setting on there as well, so you can give it more more of an attack on the words. So that was well worth getting. And all these, like RC20 was 50% off, and Melodyne was half price as well, but the other ones were just $10 off, which is still good. It's always a saving is a saving. So that was cool. So that was Thursday. And then on Friday, I made a beat called Something Beautiful, because I saw a picture of my grandpa's brother, and he's still alive. He's 92. He's still alive because he was born like quite late, so he was the same age as my uncle, and apparently they went to army training together, which is unusual, but like in different sections. So yeah, that was really interesting to find out. It was wonderful to find out that he's still alive, and I got a picture of him and made me cry because he just looks so frail, but he's being really well taken care of, and his wife is still alive, and his two sons live the two apartments above him, and he lives downstairs in his own apartment with his wife. So that's really nice. Yeah, it was just lovely. Just the picture was lovely, and I just started making this beat called Something Beautiful, and I have finished up laying out the beat as well. So usually when I start, I just do like 4 bars, and then I just lay it out later. So I did that, and I found out some more cousins from that side of the family. So my grandpa's brother is called George, so George has got a grandson called George as well. So we became friends, and I became on Facebook and became friends with his dad, with his uncle as well. So there's lots of Georges in that section of the family, which is funny. Georges, Georgia, yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, I had really good chats on Facebook. So this is one of the really good things about Facebook, is you get to meet family, and I've been connecting with a lot of family. So I'm really grateful for that. I really am. They're lovely people, and I had really good chats, and they're getting me photos, and they're giving me information, which is like what I'm absolutely desperate for. Just want to see pictures, and I want to hear stories. So and I'm trying to fill out the tree. So I want to go back further, like grandpas and great grandpas, and great great grandpas. I just want to fill out the tree and just find out a bit more. So that's yeah, so that's what I'm up to now. But yeah, it's wonderful meeting family. And so that was Friday, and then on Saturday I heard the new Miley Cyrus album, which is called Plastic Hearts, and there's 2 cool songs on there. One is with Billy Idol, and the other one is with Joan Jett, and they're really cool songs as well. Yeah, it's a cool album. It's very rock. I think it's almost like 80s rock, but I like it anyway. I like Miley Cyrus, but I find that in some of the songs she's kind of screaming, and with the mixing I'm not too happy because her vocals are really quite forward, and all the music is in the background, and it should be more evened out. Like, if anything, her vocals should be just a little bit more forward, but they're really forward, and you can barely hear the music in some of the songs, and she's really screaming. So I think I would have changed that and told her to like calm down a bit, and yeah, mix them differently. So you can tell with some of the songs they've been mixed by different people, because some of the songs are mixed perfectly, and there are others that they're just not good. They should have been redone. They should have been sent back. But otherwise, yeah, check it out. It's a cool album, Plastic Hearts, Miley Cyrus. And on Saturday, I enrolled in an Ableton Masters course because I found that it was free. It was only $25, but I thought, oh no, I'm going to do this, because if next year I want to start doing a song a month as well as my weekly beats, I'm going to need to learn to do a bit more. So yeah, I enrolled in this course. I'm going to start it on Monday, and get up early every morning and do at least a chapter, because it's about 4.5 hours of work, but obviously to practice what you're doing is important. So each lesson will take maybe an hour or so. But that'll be really good. I'm going to really enjoy doing that. And then today is Sunday, and today I got up early to go to High Point Shopping Centre so I could do some shopping, because the Black Friday sales are on and they're continuing, and I just didn't want to deal with problems with parking and all that. So I got in early, got a car park, and did my shopping, but it was so busy and I got so hot. I was wearing this and a different t-shirt underneath, and this is like a zip top, so I had to take my zip top off and just walk with my t-shirt. And yeah, it was boiling so hot, and I thought I was gonna pass out quite a few times. And at one stage I was just gonna go home because I was just so overwhelmed with all the people, because we're just all used to lockdown and being stuck at home. And it's like all of a sudden I'm in this place, it's boiling hot, there's heaps of people, and I just couldn't cope. But I thought, just calm down, because more than anything I needed to get a purse, because the zip on my purse broke. And I thought, look, just get your purse and then see how you feel. And then I thought, okay, I'm alright. So then I thought I'd just keep walking, but I couldn't find things that I was after. And I thought, this is stupid, but I thought, let me see if I can find some more things. And then I got a few more things, and then I got out of there. But yeah, really hot. And yeah, I got overwhelmed with all the people. I was just gonna go home. I was like, oh god, I can't deal with this. I kind of knew that was gonna happen, but it's okay. Yeah, and I watched about the guy in the desert. Had a nap. Did gardening. In the greenhouse. Just checked out the greenhouse that we've got, and everything's growing. Looks amazing. The veggies that we've got outside the greenhouse not growing as much. Some of the zucchinis are growing really well, but some of the other tomatoes are not growing so well outside because it's quite windy as well. So gonna have to check that out. But anyway, that's the week. So the beat of the week is called Sounds. And Sounds is a beat that I made with different sounds that I found. So there's like aerosol cans. Let me have a look. I hope I wrote it somewhere. There's like aerosol cans and money flicking, and I'm sure I wrote it down somewhere. I can't see it here. Aerosol cans, money flicking, air conditioner, people talking, traffic, and it's not a very busy beat. It's actually quite a simple beat. It does have a lot of sounds in it, so you'll have to check it out and see what you think. And I've put a RC20 on there as well, as I said, to give it a bit more of a vintage sound. And I also put Sausage Fattner to fatten it up, and Endless Smile to give it a bit of brightness as well, which it does as well. So yeah, got everything in there. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy. So look after yourselves, look after your mental health, speak to your GP, your local doctor, if you need any help. The numbers for Lifeline and Beyond Blue are on the screen if you're watching this on YouTube, or in the description below. Check out my podcast on the audio platforms. They're on the screen or down in the sections below. Let your friends know about it. Share it with your friends or family, or someone you think would like to hear it or see it. Leave some reviews or comments. Only 2 more episodes to go. Yeah, take care of yourselves, and I will speak to you guys next week. And here is Sounds. Enjoy and bye.